The origins and evolution of the bloodline. The bloodline storyline is not just another wrestling angle, it's a multi-layered saga steeped in history, family ties, and tradition. The group initially formed with Roman Reigns declaring himself the tribal chief, and aligning himself with his cousins, the Usos Jey and Jimmy. Reigns' dominance as the Universal Champion and the centerpiece of WWE has been one of the defining narratives of the past few years. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like the video, share, comment, subscribe and don't forget to hit on my post notification bell for more updates. In its earlier stages, the bloodline focused on family unity, loyalty, and respect for Samoan heritage, with Reigns sitting at the top as the feared leader. The presence of Paul Heyman, Reigns' wise counsel, only solidified the notion of Reigns as an unstoppable force. However, as time went on, cracks began to show in the family bond. The weight of leadership, constant power plays, and differing ambitions set the stage for inevitable betrayal. Roman Reigns' return at SummerSlam was highly anticipated, as fans wondered how the narrative would evolve. Reigns had been absent, leaving Solo Sikoa and other members of the family to assert their dominance in his place. Upon returning, Reigns found that his leadership and authority were being questioned. The segment on WWE SmackDown, following SummerSlam, was supposed to re-establish Reigns as the original tribal chief and rightful leader, but instead, it spiraled into a shocking ambush. The tension was palpable as Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga walked down the ramp to open the segment. Sikoa, now emboldened by his recent dominance, was no longer content with playing second fiddle. He sought acknowledgement from the Orlando crowd, signaling a new era of the bloodline. However, the crowd's chants of OTC, original tribal chief, made it clear that they still recognized Roman Reigns as the true leader, not Sikoa. This crowd reaction set the stage for the showdown, highlighting the divide between the new generation and the legacy of Reigns. Sikoa's confidence was further revealed when he boldly called out Reigns, making it clear that he intended to seize power. By asking Reigns to reclaim the Ulafala, a traditional Samoan necklace symbolizing leadership, Sikoa challenged not only Reigns' authority but also his status as the symbolic head of the family. The Ulafala, which has deep cultural significance, became a representation of the power struggle within the bloodline. Roman Reigns' entrance was electrifying, with the crowd roaring as his music hit. Sikoa's preparation, handing the Ulafala to Tonga, indicated that he knew a physical confrontation was inevitable. What followed was a brutal exchange that highlighted the shifting dynamics within the bloodline. Reigns delivered his signature Superman punch, asserting that he still had the strength and skill to lead. However, Tonga quickly intervened, demonstrating that Sikoa was not alone in his rebellion. Reigns, ever the strategist, managed to counter with a rock bottom, showcasing his resilience even when outnumbered. The chaos continued as Reigns cleared off the announce desk, intending to send a clear message by putting Tonga through it. This moment symbolized Reigns' desire to stamp out any threat to his leadership once and for all. Sikoa's rally and attempt to hit the Samoan spike was a key moment, as it showed how far he was willing to go to dethrone Reigns. The Samoan spike, a move made famous by Umaga, carries a lot of significance within the Samoan wrestling legacy. Reigns countering it with another Superman punch and a spear was more than just a wrestling move. It was a symbolic rejection of Sikoa's claim to the throne. The true turning point came when Jacob Fatu, still wearing a boot from his SummerSlam injury, stormed the ring. Fatu, a member of the extended Anoa family, has long been regarded as one of the toughest and most charismatic figures in the wrestling world. His return was unexpected and immediately shifted the power balance. Fatu's attack on Reigns was both a personal and symbolic move. It was as if the entire bloodline had finally turned against their former leader. The decision to include Fatu in this storyline is significant, as it brings in a fresh dynamic and a new level of intensity. Fatu's involvement reinforces the idea that the Samoan dynasty is vast and ever-evolving, with new contenders constantly emerging. His alliance with Sikoa and Tonga makes it clear that the bloodline is no longer just about Reigns, it's about the future and who will lead the family into the next generation. The final moments of the segment saw Fatu and Tonga setting up Reigns on Sikoa's shoulders for a devastating triple powerbomb. The visual of Reigns being driven through the announce desk was powerful, symbolizing the end of an era. For years, Reigns had been the dominant force, but in this moment, he was not just defeated, he was dismantled by those who once stood beside him. As the camera panned to the ring, the sight of Tonga placing the Ulufala back around Sikoa's neck served as the final nail in the coffin. The new bloodline had emerged, and they made it clear that there was no place for the original tribal chief in their ranks. This act of putting the Ulufala on Sikoa was a passing of the torch, a visual confirmation that a new leader had taken charge. The fallout from this betrayal will undoubtedly be felt across WWE programming in the coming months. Roman Reigns, now stripped of his position and humiliated, will be looking for revenge. However, the emergence of Sikoa, Tonga, and Fatu as a united force raises questions about whether Reigns can ever reclaim his spot. The bloodline, once a symbol of unity, has now become a battleground for power, with each member seeking to carve out their legacy. Moreover, the inclusion of Jacob Fatu opens up exciting possibilities for new rivalries and matchups. Fatu's presence brings a fresh intensity to the story, and his role as a disruptor cannot be understated. WWE could explore various angles, including whether Reigns will align himself with other family members like Jey or Jimmy Uso to fight back, or whether he'll go it alone in a quest for redemption. The Bloodline storyline taps into more than just wrestling, it explores themes of heritage, family loyalty, and generational conflict. The use of the Ulufala as a central symbol is a nod to the rich Samoan culture, adding depth to the narrative. Within Samoan tradition, leadership is often passed down through generations, but it's not always a smooth transition. This tension is reflected in the current storyline, where Reigns' refusal to relinquish power mirrors the struggles faced in real-world leadership transitions. The idea of the tribal chief goes beyond wrestling kayfabe. It speaks to the values of respect, honor, and authority that are deeply rooted in Samoan culture. WWE's portrayal of this dynamic has resonated with fans, especially those with ties to the Pacific Islander community. The storyline has successfully bridged the gap between sports entertainment and cultural storytelling, creating a narrative that feels both authentic and larger than life. As WWE SmackDown closed with the Bloodline standing tall over a broken Roman Reigns, it was clear that the WWE Universe had witnessed a pivotal moment. Reigns, who once dominated as the head of the table, now finds himself ousted and humiliated. The introduction of Jacob Fatu and the solidification of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga as the new faces of the Bloodline signal a new chapter in this epic saga. For Roman Reigns, the road ahead will be one of redemption, revenge, and possibly reinvention. He may seek allies, but his journey back to the top will be anything but easy. The Bloodline, under Sikoa's leadership, is now a more ruthless and unpredictable force. Fans will be eagerly watching to see how Reigns responds, whether he can reclaim his throne, or if the Bloodline has truly moved on without him. In the end, this storyline is not just about who holds the title of tribal chief, it's about legacy, family, and the struggle for power. With each twist and turn, WWE has crafted a narrative that feels both timeless and modern, making the Bloodline saga one of the most compelling in wrestling history. Thank you so much for watching the video and supporting Wrestling Cycle by sharing, commenting, subscribing and turning on the post notification bell for more updates.